गुड इवनिंग गाइस। सो गाइस मैं यहाँ पे बैंकिंग रिकॉर्ड मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम प्रोजेक्ट को आपको एक्सप्लेन करने वाला हूँ. सो गाइस, इट्स नॉट अबाउट ओनली अबाउट द कोड. See, if you want the code, I will provide the code via my GitHub link. But if you are here, so I want you to understand this project, because for us understanding is the first priority. And if you want to get the code, then welcome. First of all, I'm will show you how you can get the code. So you can come to Chrome and here GitHub. I will provide my GitHub link. So the repository section, the banking record management system, and from here you can go to code and you can download it as a zip folder. And when you will download it, it will show in your downloads as here. So this is the code. If you want the code, you can take the code, but I'm here for the explanation purpose. So coming to the banking record management project, I will explain it with questions the interview may ask from you. So guys, this project is implemented using binary file. So मैंने से बाइनरी मोड में ओपन करा है फाइल को, जो कि डॉट डैट एक्सटेंशन से फाइल सेव करी है. सो इफ़ वी लुक एट द प्रोजेक्ट, सो अगर हम प्रोजेक्ट को देखते हैं तो यहाँ पे these are the header files and you all are familiar about this header file. So when you get the code, you will I've also mentioned the comments what they are used for, and so you will get a better explanation from that. But what I have done in the project, I will explain you step by step. So this is here I am only providing the choice to the user. Okay, we all know banking record management system is a file-based project, so we need a database for it. In this case, I am using C++ and I have files as a database. So what I have done, see, my class is defined in a separate header file with name as class.h. These are the all functions we are going to use in this project. And you all know what is a class, and class is because we want to group the member function and data functions as we do in structure. Also, member function.h has a separate header file, and the functions we are going to use here all are defined here. All functions here. I have also made the password menu because banking record management, I have made it more secure. So it is password.h as I am using a password protection in some of the cases. Also it is intro.h so that you may understand for showing my project somehow good. And also div.h for looking it is more pretty, and when I will run you will able to see that what is going. And the most important part and the most important aspect of this project is the file implementation. So here I have implemented all the files. So first of all, I will run the code, I will show you, and then I will explain what is to be done in the project and what type of questions the interviewer may ask from you about this project. So this is the implementation of files. Basically, we perform CRUD, and CRUD is defined as create record, read record, modify record, or delete record. So sorry, U for update record. So update and modify are same. So now I am going to run, as these all are header files, so I have to come to the .cpv file, and here I will run it. Ctrl Alt N as a shortcut key in VS Code. You may also run from this triangle, but I prefer you shall know the shortcuts, and I am a more lazy guy, so I prefer to use shortcuts. So Ctrl Alt N. So let me bigger the screen. So that's all about the project. It is C++, so I have to attribute to a language. Now it's a main window. It is showing the banking record management system C. I am displaying time using ctime.h that I will explain, and this is the main window. Now it is a console based application, so there are 8 options. First of all, I will going with the 5th option, which is showing all account holder list from bank database. So if I go for 5, it is asking for my username, as I earlier tell you that is a password protection. So for some cases I have made it password protected. So I am giving here 3 tries. So if in 3 tries the employee fails, it will come to the main window. So it is asking for enter character and return into main window. So defaultly I have saved my password as noccat and 1234. So now it will on, and currently it is showing file could not be opened, press any key. So friends, as there is no record in the file, फाइल में अभी कोई रिकॉर्ड नहीं है, इसलिए फाइल एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करती है. सो हमें एक रिकॉर्ड क्रिएट करना होगा. वी बेटर शुड क्रिएट वन रिकॉर्ड. सो आई विल आस्क फॉर क्रिएट अकाउंट ऑप्शन, विच इज ऑप्शन नंबर 1. It is asking me for the account holder name. Guys, the product has defined many things which I will explain as step by step. So account number, let it be 1, and I am making it account number as VJ. Sorry, VJ. It is asking for it is the current or saving, so I am making it current, and it is asking for amount. So let me put an amount. So thank you has been printed and account has been created. Now if we go with option 5, it is showing with noccat 1234. So it has record in our file. Same, I can deposit money, withdraw money, balance inquiry of an account, all account holder list with option 5. We can modify an account, we can close account, and we can exit also. So step by step I am fastly coming to the all the options. And friends, the one who think are more for explanation and not of the code explanation, so you may because it will take 5 to 7 minutes, so you can skip the video for 5 to 7 minutes, but for who are watching I will explain them. So let me create one more record. So let it be account number 2, as one is already there. Account holder name, let it be noccat, and it let be saving, and let be some money here. So now we have 2 records. So let me display both of them, noccat 1234. Very fine. So now we see they both have balance. So what I'm going to do, I will withdraw from one and I will add into one bank account. So let me withdraw from one. So withdraw money from an account, it option 3, enter the account number, it 1. So it has shown me the details. So let me withdraw 2423 so that it will visible to you that there something is happening. Record updated, and let me add to an account, that is deposit, that is option number 2. So let me 2. So add, and let me add more 40,000. And now if I display, so you will see that both balances are updated. It has been withdrawn from 2 lakh 20 lakh something, and it hasn't been added with 40,000, or I will say with 4 lakhs. So I have shown you the 3-4 option. 5 you also seen. It is all about displaying. Now how to modify and record? It is option 6. Let me modify 1. Enter password. Oh, sorry, it is asking for password for modification. So 1 right, wrong submission. Let me enter correct. Now it is asking for account number. So account number डालता हूँ guys. Let be 1, and it has shown me what are the details currently. So account holder name. Suppose it happened Mr. VJ. And modified above account, let it be current now, and balance amount, it will update everything. So record is updated, and now if I 5, it will ask for verification, and so it has updated as Mr. VJ. The account type is now current, and balance is also updated. So let me delete the second account, that is of noccat. So I will go to close an account, 7th option. Username, I have to verify for this option also. Account number 2, so the record has been deleted. And now if I go for 5 option, noccat 1234, so we are only able to see one record. Guys, when we make banking record management system, so what we think in our mind, see, the account number should be unique. So the program should be capable of not having duplicate records. So now if I see to my record 1 2, so we have account number with 1 already exists. So let me try adding account number with 1 as an account number again. So I will create option with option 1, enter the account number, let me put 1, name of account number, let be homie, let it be saving, and initial amount. So guys, let's see, it has shown me the error because account number already exists with that. So I have made it code to behave like that. So guys, also I have added some error handling which I will show you. See, account number should be of int type, but we don't know about the user. User can input any value. So if he or she input this string. So the program is capable of error handling. So the program printed error account number should be of type int. If I am giving character, again it shows I should be given number, then it asking me of name. So let name be LinkedIn, saving amount. So if I now print the data 1 2 3 4, so see, so the program is capable of also not having duplicates and also have error handling. And now I may exit that because all options I have covered. So that is intro, and that's the thank you, and that's about the run of how the program is executing. So guys, now I will explain you the basic idea. So the most important thing in this project is of files. So first of all, before coming to file, I will explain you the class. The class, we have basically four data members. That is account number, we have name, we have how much amount he want to deposit, and what is the type of account. We have member function for creating account because we are going to take details from user. For show account, we are going to print the all details in the file. For modify, we all know we are going to modify a record. Deposit money, we are going to add money to an account. Draw, we are going to uh, withdraw money from an account. Report, it will basically show all the record from a file. Return account number, we are using, we need these three functions while we are implementing files. Return account number will return an account at that address. So if I come to member functions.h, so the first is create account. So what we will do, we will asking enter the account number. Here this is the error handling part, and I tell you that if a user enter a string, then I have to make sure that the account number should be of int type. So it is error handling while send.fail. It will fail if it is not an int value. So it is from 256, it will check that is there any character from 256 till up to 0 to 256 are character, up to the new line character, because when we enter a string, we enter, so the new line character is stored somewhere. So it will check that until the new line character is occurred, there is something which is a character. So it will not, and it is a while loop till I not enter an integer value, it will not able to execute further. So I account holder name, we need send.ignore for a clearing buffer. And why we need to clear buffer? Suppose I want to ask for an input of a single character, and a user instead of only inputting C, he or she inputted CS. So S has been also stored in buffer. So if there is another character input, it will not take that, it will skip that. So we use send.ignore to clear the buffer. Send.getLine, we are taking name, and here also type of account. I am also handling the case that account type should be current or S. So if the user doesn't give in between of C and S, I will automatically made it to saving account. I'm using send.ignore. The same the task I said you that if user enters CS, then for the another I have to clear the buffer, because then the next input will be already stored with that value. So unique account number, I will explain this while implementing files, when I will come to explanation of files. So now void account, it is about show account. So when we will ask, as you shown that when we are going to withdraw money, so it is asking for us for the account number, and when we are giving the account number, it is showing the details. So it is all about this function. It is it will show us the account details at that address. Modify, it is same to uh, we are taking value, it will take again the value as we taking in create account, and it will modify with that address. Deposit money, it will update deposit by the x, the value, the amount we given. Withdraw will subtract the value we have given, and you know that is a very important part. Report, it will print all the record, and it is helpful for us. And why we using setw? Setw is set width operator. It will set the width for um, two characters, I will say, because when in the output screen you have seen that account number and all have name, they all have separate same gap. and set fill also I have space, so the space is gap. It is for proper alignment, proper data format and data display. Return account number, just going to return account number, return deposit, and just an account type, just going to return type. So I have explained you the member function also. Now coming the most important part, it is file handling. So while writing an account, write account, it is function to write account. So write account, I will create a account ACC an object of class. I am creating another, it is, I will explain you later, but first here I am creating an account ACC object of class account. It is so and also another account, another object. So this object is going to call this member function. We all know this member function is defined in our member function.h, and it is going to execute this task. So it is going to take the details from the users. Now coming here, I tell you that I am tackling the case of duplicates. So I am opening a file in binary and reading mode. So first of all, I am checking, see in member functions, I have taken a global variable, that is unique number. I will set account number to unique. So unique is a global variable. I have stored account number to unique. So here what I am doing, I am reading the file. Account.return number will return account number at every address, or I will say at every record stored in the file. So if that record is equals to unique, this means that same account number is already present in the file. So in that case, I have to print that I don't have to add the record with the same account number. So k has been true, and I have handled the case if not k. If k is false, then we are going to open the file in append mode, and what append mode do, it brings the file pointer to the end and append, write the record at the end of the file. And then this unaccount, this object we call for create account, it will write it in the file, and account is created, and thank you function, which is you have seen the thank you displayed on the console, but else it will print account number already exists. Now we have to close the file. Same the display function, because we have to display while we are withdrawing or depositing. So it is file is opening in binary mode. We are checking if the file exists. If file does not exist, we are going to print file could not be opened. Now we are reading a file, and we are checking if the account number is equals to n. You are at every address that this account number will return a account number, and if that account number is equals to n, this means we want details for those account, and it will call account.show account, and it contains the address of this object, and the member function show account, it will display the data as. So coming back, now it is of modification. Modification is all everything. We are opening file this time in binary reading mode, and out is for writing mode. We have created an object of fstrip, which is generally for both reading and writing. So we are taking vj.eof. eof is end of file, so the loop will be continued till end of file is not reached or we doesn't found the record. So it is going to read all the records. So if return account number at that instance is equals to n, then we are going to call account.modify, and here we have used account.modify. It will take the details, this is, and it has the account, this object, this ACC had the reference. Now we are positioning into -1 into static cast int. See, our size of operator may return an unsigned value, so we are typecasting it to static cast and multiplying it with -1, so that the value, if in any case it is unsigned value, it turned to assigned value. Now we are using seekp. Seekp is a function which is used for to get to a desired location of our put pointer. Put pointer is basically for read, and there is also one function called seekg, and seekg is for get pointer. Basically seekp put pointer is for writing and get pointer is for reading. So we all know account.modify. If it is equals to n, it has the address. So we are calling vg.seekp at this current position of this account, and where and there we are going to write the record. So we are modifying that record. I hope you understand. Account.showAccount, if that modify, because user will give account number which we want to modify. If at character, if file exists, records a return account number will return account number, and if it is equals to n that the user gave, then we call account.modify. It will take all the values. We will bring our seekp, which is our put pointer, to the current position, which is of account.modify, which is of account where the account record, or I say here that desired record which we want to update is there. And basically seekp will moving our pointer from current position, and then we will write the record. So as it we and then we will close the file, and if found is false, this means that account number does not exist in the file, and therefore we don't able to modify that record. So we will print record not found. Now definition of deleting record from file. So this is the easiest function, I will say. Don't be think that deleting a record from file is difficult, because it is the easiest function. So what is going? If stream and off stream. If stream is basically for reading, and off stream is basically for out file. We are opening file in binary mode. We are checking is the file exists or not. If not in file, if file exists, then we are going to execute this body, or if not, we will print file cannot be opened and return. So out file is open in binary mode, and out file is for writing. seekg, we will I will say, I have tell you before that seekg is the get pointer for, and it the get pointer basically for reading in file.seekg, because in file is also for reading if stream basically for reading, and seekg is also for getting our get pointer, which is for reading. So we are beginning our get pointer to the beginning of the file, and then from beginning we have opened a file temp.dat in binary mode till our file have records, or we say till our file does not reach the end, and that account number that user gave that we want to delete, excluding that record, we will write all the record in another file. Out file.write, we will write all the records in temp.dat, excluding that uh, account number that user gave. So I hope you understand. If there are records 1 2 3 4 5 and user give 4, so we will write 1 2 3 and 5 in the another file, and 4 we are not going to write. Now we are going to close in file. Now we are going to out file. There is remove and rename function in C++ provides us these functions. So just remove the previous file noccat.dat, we will remove that file, and that rename, we will rename temp.dat as noccat.dat. We know temp.dat contains all the record excluding that record the user have given, that account number the user have given. So now we will replace our rename temp.dat as noccat.dat. This is the rename function defined in C++ file libraries. It takes two arguments. One is the, and it change the name. So we have to remove noccat.dat, and then we rename temp.dat as noccat.dat, which contains all the records excluding the record the user want to delete. Now display all function. We are getting an account of class. In file is for reading purpose, so we are checking if file exists. If file does not exist, we are going to return. So we are, while the file contains records, we are reading all the file, and at that address we are calling with that account, we are calling account.report. So account.report is our member function, and that set fill1, which will display data in a very format, very beautiful form. So till our file doesn't reach all the records are not completed, it will call account.report, and account will contain a different address at a different instance, because while loop till our file not reaches the end, and after end we will close in file.close. And in C++ I will telling you that closing of a file is very important. Now the intro menu, sorry, the diff menu which I've made for so that it look more attractive or some more display. This is the intro menu which I am discussing a few seconds later. So now the question is, so I have intro is something only I am calling functions and nothing. So you can go through this from the code. There is nothing to do with that, because everyone knows how to call a function, and It is just we are calling a function and printing this stuff. System CLS I will discuss. System CLS is a function which will clear the previous screen. So as if we know about some previous compilers, if you have heard about Turbo C++, so there we have a function called CLR-SCR, which clears the screen before we run the program. So it is similar to that. It will clear the screen before it is clear the terminal, which is the input or the console has print before the new statement. So before coming to this part, it will clear all the terminal. This color inline is basically for color. Um, this E is for text color and this 9 is for background color. So if you want to see that, I will tell you, you can change the color. Just go for CMD and here you have to search for help color. So this will show these all are the colors and you can choose anyone. See here E is light yellow because I have light yellow background, and 9 is light blue. So you have seen that I have a blue background and light yellow text when you see the thank you menu at last. So you can choose any color. Let I will show here you color A. So it has do the text is green. If I do color as 7E, so now see it has made the color change. So it is all about just we are calling the system function and we are giving the parameter as background color and text color. So this is also done. So now I will discuss password. See, for some menus I have made password, and this is a very simple function such as option like 567, like I have called this password function for 5, 6 and 7, and the option are for displaying all account, modify all account and close an account. See, if you go to a bank, so see now if an employee want to see all the records from the bank database, so he or she may verify. So that's the only concept, that he may verify while modifying an account, while closing an account, and while showing all account from database. So under while loop I am giving three choices. So I'm doing nothing, just comparing two strings. I have taken username and password as strings. I'm comparing two strings. If both the strings are equal, then it had to log in us to the option, or if not, then it will print invalid credential, and after 3 times it will come to the main window which I have discussed. So this is simple. Now the point is the questions the interview asks while we have projects such as file handling. So so what happened in files, we can open a file in two modes. A file is defaultly opened in a text mode, or we can also open it in a binary mode. In this case I have opened my file in binary mode. I have also discussed, I have while writing I have opened my file in binary mode. So the binary file, it is a byte form file. See, the file which is created, it will not be visible, or can't be opened because it is a file in byte readable form in the form of 0 and 1. So the interviewer may ask to open the file, so you have to tell that it is a binary file, byte readable form, so it can't be opened. Another question is also why we are using why we are opening file in binary mode. We can open file in when we defaultly in text mode also. So the answer you should give over that. See, when we open file in a binary mode, it is efficient. How it is efficient? In binary, the data is transfer is fast, so our program becomes fastly itself. Also, the space consumption in a binary file is less, because when we made a text file, then suppose a character will take a 1 byte and integer going to take a 4 byte, but in binary form all are in binary form, so it will take consume less memory, and also it is fast. So that's the only reason we are using binary. It is fast, and second point, it consumes less memory. So, and this is the second question and the most important question. Then the interview may ask you to tell you about what about the delete function and how you are modifying and providing delete. So in delete, I tell you it is very easy. Just you are reading the file and accept that account number because you don't need, and you are copying all the data except that record to another file, and then you are going to delete the main file by remove, and then you are going to rename the temp file with the noctad.dot, which is your original file. So, and while modifying also, and something is also here, it is seekp. See, seekp is our put pointer, and we have seekg. Seekg is get pointer, which is for reading purpose, and seekp is our put pointer, which is for writing purpose. So while we have to write in our file, so seekp will do the job by bringing our write pointer to, or we say the put pointer to the current location. And while we seekg, seekg I have used while I am modifying. Let me come to that point. CP I have used here when I have to modify, and CG I here delete account, because I have to come to the beginning of get pointer, and then I am reading that record. If that record, because get pointer is for reading, so I make my CG with the help of CG get pointer. I bring it to the beginning of the file, and then excluding that record, I am going to copy that record in the other file. So CG is for get pointer and CP is for put pointers. Get pointer means for reading and put pointer for writing. So these are some questions that interview may ask you, and he may ask anything. So you have should the knowledge about files. And one more thing I should discuss here about the system functions, which I tell you about the color and about the clear screen. Also, I have also about the set width operator and set fill operator. This one. So what set width do? Set width will make a uh, it will take a parameter, and it will move your it will make a proper spaces of a text character. Suppose set w here is 2, so it will uh, print the output in console after 2 spaces. And we are using set fill. And why I say space, because set fill is used for the, if I give here hash, so it's going to fill the set width, the part set width will leave, it is going to fill that path with hash. But I have used space, this means I want to fill it with space. So set w is for manipulating width, and set fill is for filling the distance with the desired character. Here I have given space as the character, but it can be anything. So and basically these are for format data display, but for making out code in proper display or format data display, the set fill, the set w, and we have one more. um, Let me recall that. Let me search, it will be easier, and it is also very important. Set fill, set width, and there is something more. Coming to the set base, no, it is not set base. So these are the question, and at that time I have forgot that function. Maybe examiner may ask you, and I don't want that you guys forget the function. So when you are using something in your code, you should be proper knowledge about that, because the interview will point out for the thing you didn't able to tell. He will not think about you told the 10 things and you failed to tell the first the one thing, but he is going to think that you are not able to give that simple answer, or I will not say the simple answer, but he will going to think that because everyone going to notice the mistakes, so he will notice that he will not able to give the answer for this. So while you are using anything, any liner code, so you should know, you should have something, at least just knowledge of that what you are using in your code. And give me a second, that function is also declared in the iostream hash include iostream hash include manip.h, that function also manipulator set. Yes, I found it. So yes, it was you don't know that set w, set filler, and there is a handle, they all are manipulators. So I think it was handle only. So he may ask, suppose he didn't say that it is set w, what is this? He may say, what are the manipulators you are using? So set w, set filler, and handle. Handle, the Handle. What is handle doing? Handle is it is giving us for formatting data display. It is giving a and slashing character, which will come to the next line. So what is this? It is formatting data display. So same secular and ZW also format data display, and they combinedly are known as manipulators. So I think I have covered most of the questions, and these are the most general questions which the examiner will always ask you, because you are using files in your project, and when you use files, you should have the knowledge of some basic terminologies. Why we are using binary file, why do not we are opening our file in text mode, why we are opening binary data discuss. And yes, he also, and I have also mentioned comments, so that if you go through the code, it will help you to understand. So like writing account, we are using a class, and we create an we are creating an object of class. So what is it? Definition of writing a record to a file. So data present in class object is written to a file, nokia.dat, the file name, by calling write function. So character star, we have to typecast it, is used to point at the start of an object, and size of account, calculate the number of byte copied in a file. So basically this is the syntax of writing a record. In file, here in file is for reading, because we are firstly reading, but basically we are writing here. So this is the account. This is the object as a reference, and it is typecast to a character, and size of count is going to calculate the size of the class, because when we get the object and then we got the memory for the class. So basically here object character and is used to point at the start of an object, and size of a count calculates the number of byte copied in a file. So I hope I have tell you about everything about this project, banking record management system. There are things which you can make changes in this project, and one change I want to suggest you, and I really want that you should implement that change. See, I will run my code again for getting let you know that change. See, I tell you that the code is capable of not taking duplicate account number, and I also showed you by taking duplicate it print the error. So coming to the code, first of all I am displaying all the records. So I have to, there are two records. So suppose I want to add one again. So create account, I add one. This time I make it as let GitHub, and let current, enter initial amount, let be something. So it prints me error. So what I want you to, this is a fault something, because what we are doing, we are asking user to enter details, but what should be happen, as soon the user input account number one, which is already existing, so we should not take this much of details from the user. We should definitely print this error here only. So I want you to implement this from your own. So this will help you to learn. Just you have to call function above and handling some cases. So I want you to do this case alone. So that's all about the project, and I hope you grab some learning from this video, and I hope by this your concept with files are cleared. So thank you.